On the serious stuff, and since it's Friday, we wanted to make it a little bit fun, and we have insanely talented people right here on set, and I'm struggling to keep a serious face because they're just hilarious. All right, so it is all about entertainment, love and entertainment, and of course today we'll be talking about the performing arts, and we have the Crony, a team that is just incredible. Let me just say that, all right? And of course, the question that we're asking you today is all about performing arts. And we're asking you, is performing arts still a viable career, all right? Because we've seen most of them actually branch out and doing other things. So is performing arts still a viable career? Feel free to engage us on our Twitter pages. That is at NTV Kenya, at Lubembe_Winnie, or alternatively, just give us a call. We'll also love to hear your voice this morning. So give us a call. The numbers will be down on your screen in any moment from now. And let us know if you think performing arts is still a viable career. If you are in this business, tell us how you feel about the same, and especially now with COVID-19, where most of the times so many places were locked. So many countries experienced the same as far as performing arts. The theaters were closed, and so many people were like, so then what do we do? All right. So what do you feel the future is as far as performing arts? Feel free to engage with us, and we'll sample your feedback during the show. But right about now, the people of the moment, and like I said, they have a surprise for you, so you do not want to miss any part of the conversation. All right. And we have first up is Esther Kahuha, who is an actor and producer. Thank you very much for making time for us this morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
All right. And we also have Anne Kamau, who's an actor and TV presenter. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And we also have Nick Quach, who's an actor and creative director. Do I say what? Okay, it's fine. I'll not embarrass you on TV. Maybe later. Maybe later. And we also have Denise Ochieng, who is a director. Good morning. I'm really struggling to keep a serious face because I just can't.
We are all serious here. I think we're all serious.
I mean,
comedy is a serious business.
Yes.
So
comedy is a serious business.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Crony, right?
Yes.
I've stalked you on your socials, right? And it's just, there's a video that you guys posted, and it's just hilarious. We'll watch the video in just a moment, but very briefly, just tell us a little bit about the Crony. And we understand that you're organizing a play.
Yes.
And I'm so eager to see what the play, based on what I have seen, just a teeny tiny bit. I'm really excited to see what it will be. But for now, the Crony.
Yes, the Crony. First of all, I just want to appreciate the guys that wake up at 4 a.m.
Yes.
It's a struggle.
We run the country.
It's a struggle. I don't know about you guys.
You guys,
you should be paid hardship allowance.
Yeah.
That's part of hardship allowance.
You are the reason why this country is moving forward.
I was about to say this. You know, riding on our efforts, no, but it's all good.
Yeah. So the Crony, Crony simply, it means friends.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all about friends. Guys have been asking, Crony, what is
Crony?
Yoni Nini.
Yeah.
So do you... Google is your friend?
Stop. Don't start throwing shades here.
I'm not throwing shades. So Crony is basically friends who have come together to put up a show. And I think it was during the pandemic, and things were closed, especially theater was closed.
Yeah.
And guys really wanted to perform, and they wanted to do that thing that they know best, that is performing arts. So we sat down and decided, no, can we do this thing? And we normally have one word that we use across that we say, stupige kitu, ipigwe, do it, ipigwe. So we decided, let's do it. So then we created the name Crony as friends, because it took us like, I think it was a month just getting the name. We wrote a lot of names, and you know, when you go for name search, it's as if everyone has taken
every single name.
The struggle is real.
So it's Crony, it's all about friends.
So friends coming together, putting up something that they love to do, shared passion. And we can see, like I said, based on the things that I've seen, I am 100% sure this is going to be an amazing show. We'll tell you when, all right? And the surprise that they have for us. But I also want to understand your own individual journeys, right? Because as a group, of course, having this shared passion, sometimes it might be difficult if you do not have the same goal, if you do not have the same interests and same passions, right? So let's start with your own individual journeys. How did you find yourself here? Let's start with you, Anne. How did you find yourself here? Is it something that you've always wanted to do?
Well, My mother used to say that I started acting for her since I was born because I could lie with a straight face.
Okay.
And come up with emotions to support the lie.
Yes.
Especially when you don't want to wake up and go to school.
Yeah.
Now.
Unaona tumbo, unaona meno.
Oh. Sometimes you
know that thing about
I'm dying.
When you don't want to go to school, you start feigning sickness.
Yes.
Then you have to keep the character throughout
the whole day.
Oh my God.
Like if you have to eat, you have to eat like a sick person.
Yes.
You have to.
Sometimes she brings something nice home, labda amelikuja na njugu. Now you can't eat it because you're sick, yeah?
If you must, you just take like 2
yes,
a lot of water, you know.
But professionally, I must say, I started taking acting as a career in 2009.
Okay.
So I have been in the industry for 13 years.
Nice.
And it has been a wonderful, wonderful journey because you do what you love. When you do what you love, then it's not a job anymore.
It actually
is.
It's
just enjoyment.
Yeah.
So that's how long I've been in the industry. Now, as for the Crony, all these people here have been my colleagues. We've shared a stage.
You have to be specific, first of all. When you say 13 years, you are not that old, but 13 years. Because you see, at 13 years, it means you join theatre ukiwa mtu mzima. So we can imagine at 13 years, you're heading to 40 or thereabout. 13 years.
Don't
so we are not colleagues.
Don't listen to him.
We are not that.
Ignore him. He's not here.
Ladies are not at their age.
Yes.
I'm not asking, I'm just saying.
May have been stuck at 20. I'm not getting off 20 by the way.
Yeah,
that's
I'm still at 16.
I know, right?
It's been 20 for 25 years.
Yes. So anyway, I met Dennis through another performing group, and also Kwach the same, and Kahuha as well, Esther Kahuha, and we've been working together for so long. And I must tell you, I must say it here, that it is such a wonderful thing to see friends coming together and providing a platform for other artists to perform. So I might not have said it back there, but I'll say it here on air. Congratulations, you guys. And it is amazing. It is amazing that you've come up with a platform.
It's all right.
This is why you bring us some face towels.
Right. They might be taking it, it might sound like a joke, but it is so serious and amazing to have a platform to showcase your talent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And amongst your friends.
Yes.
It's a really, really good thing. All right. And for you, Kwach.
Yes.
You know, someone actually, let me just say it on air, probably she's watching, she's like, you know me, when Kwach is not on the trend, me, I'm not watching this. So, but I'll not embarrass you on the other one. Or you want me to do so?
I hope my producer, Ndenga, who is not on this show,
he
is watching.
He's not.
I hope he's watching. Yeah, but really, it's been an amazing journey.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times, the story is almost always the same across artists.
Yeah.
You'll hear that we started acting back in the day when either we were children, we were in primary school, we were in high school. It's not different for me. It's been a lot of years of acting. I did a lot of active, you know, drama festival acting when I was in primary school. Did a lot of drama festival when I was in high school, and even after. But now, after it's been, I'm just 1 year shy of of her practice.
All right. Okay.
So it's been 12 years of doing this, and every day, you know, every day as artists, all artists will tell you, every day we wake up hoping to get a better job, and every day we wake up with this same job and we are happy about it. We, are not, we get those jobs, but we run back.
Exactly.
We get those jobs, we think that this is going to be the better option. Like people always say that, you know, many people always take this thing as a waiting bay.
Yeah, they
this is where I wait to be governor. So this is where I wait. Yeah, exactly.
Apart from
yes.
You know, as you know, my mom told me that I need to go to the campus.
Yes.
So I'm just doing this for like 2 months. You guys allow me to do for 2 months.
For 2 months and then
it's okay. I'll just come as a tree. Probably I'll be the door. I can be the table. Yes, for me. It's not a must. I cram lines. Yes, as I wait to go to campus.
Yes. To campus. That's how it starts. They go to campo, then they come back.
And then they come back.
Exactly. So it's what we do, and it makes us happy, and we make others happy along the way.
Yeah.
So
it
we are
doesn't really
doctors
feel
of a
like a
kind.
job at the end of the day.
Yes.
And I must say, especially now that we're dealing with epidemic and then the economy is just on the roof. So like everything is just difficult. A little bit of laugh is good.
Exactly.
Not even a little bit, a lot. Because now we're laughing a lot. It's like, but it's good. It's really, really good. It's good for all of us to laugh. Okay, Esther. How many years of experience? I'm tempted to ask. I'm like,
Was NTV on by then?
That should be the question.
Listen.
No, listen to the ears.
Okay, all right.
Actually, it is yesterday that we were talking about the years that we've been in this industry that I realized that I've been here for so long, you know?
Okay.
For so long. 21 years.
Wow.
Yes.
That is amazing. And I'm saying that because you see most of the times, young people, you get into the industry, whatever it is, right? First year, second year, third year, like, you know what, this thing is not even working because we you know, the microwave generation. We want it now. Kesho, mimi ni famous. You know, my life, I'm living in Siju, whatever area of, I love that. I love that. 21 years.
21 years.
That's really, really good.
21 years, and I still love it. I still love it.
Yes.
We were actually talking about it because I started acting when my daughter was 3 years old, and now she's 24, and we acted here with her.
Yes.
Nation. Yes. We did a program with my daughter as my daughter.
How? Okay, fine. I'm okay. How was that?
I'm just wondering why guys are afraid to say the program. Yes, name drop. It's okay.
Wingula Moto.
Yes, Wingula Moto.
Wingula
Were you
Moto.
born?
Yeah.
Wingula Moto. I did Wingula Moto with
I
my
was
daughter.
23.
What?
No, I'm 23. So I thought Wingula Moto was
Then
starting.
I was. No, Mikey. He's not here.
Yes,
not
I did it with my daughter.
Yes.
And it was amazing. It was the best experience. I hope to do something with her again because she's still acting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's in uni.
Is it something that you somewhat like pulled her into, or she probably watched it and was like, Mom, you know what? I really want to be like you.
She found herself into
it
because as she was 3 years old, so I go for my rehearsals, I go with her. I go for my plays, I go with her. So she just found herself in it. Then I come here for auditions. They need a daughter. They need me to have a daughter. They audition so many girls. And they don't get the character they want. So I tell them, you know what, I have a daughter, she's 6 years old, and she can act. So they tell me to come with her for auditions, and there. She did it. She's still doing it.
Nice. That's a bit, you must be like one proud mom, eh?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
At least we know there's one parent who's not telling the child,
nisiwapate kwa hiyo career ya mabangi, hiyo sarakasi. Hiyo michezo yenu hiyo.
She's not studying art though. She's studying psychology.
Oh, okay. All right. See, look, I mean, now everything is so diverse. You can still do like multiple things at the same time. But like Quad said, they do that and then they come back. They run back. So
and you know, one thing that people do not realize about art is just an artist is like a journalist. Today you're talking about Rivayala. Tomorrow you'll be talking about finance. The other time you're talking about health, agriculture. Yes. So you need to know a little bit of everything. So that even when you go to school to study things like psychology, it makes you a better artist actually, because now you come back to the industry with knowledge on, you know, professional knowledge and knowledge on how people act, how people think, you know, those kind of things. So it's not that when someone goes to study and then they come back to practice in the industry that they are coming back because they did not have something else to do.
Or it's a step downwards.
It's not a step downwards.
Because equipping yourself with knowledge is part of self-development, surely.
Yes. And also as an actor, what you need to make sure as you Kwach has said is know something about everything. That is, today if you're doing a show about politics, it might not be some of the things that you consume as a person, but you need to know something about politics.
Exactly.
It's okay. Just know something about Forex. How is the dollar faring against the shilling?
Cryptocurrency.
The cryptocurrency, just know, because you see,
talking about it now.
yes, because you see your audience is diverse.
Absolutely.
There's someone who will come, they want to hear something about whatever you want to say, because not every day, every single day, it will be about mama njoroge, mukaji. You know, the world is, especially when it comes to performing arts, we must know something about everything. And that's why we'll buy Gazette. I don't know about you guys, but you'll see us as artists. We follow weird things, we read weird things. So that we equip ourselves with that knowledge.
The knowledge. All right. Sasa wewe unachekelea watu in the experience. Wewe, how many years of experience? Like 50?
Todla kijana mtoto mchanga.
All right. So take us through about your journey just a little bit. Are you the same as Esther Leo alisema wewe nilijua tu, I knew it?
No, I think I started my acting career back in 2009.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's been 13 years too.
No, 2009.
Kumbe wewe ni mzee.
He's refusing. He is refusing. He's like, maybe.
Okay, 2009. I was 7, I guess. So 2009. Yes, that's when I started my career, and I started in set books. That's when.
Wale walikuwa wanaenda high school. Unasumbua watu huko. Mkishamaliza, mkishatoka kwa stage, nyinyi ndio sasa the crème de la crème. Unasumbua watu sana.
What do you mean tunasumbua watu by the way?
I am just saying. The person who said they knew one of you walikuwa Heights anyway. High school.
Alimjulia high school.
Exactly.
So we started with set
yes,
books. It was fun doing set books and doing those characters. Akina mtoni. Jay, umeza. What was the? I'm just trying to remember the lines for Kifo Kisimani.
Yes.
Kisimani. You did Kifo Kisimani?
I don't ask.
Okay.
Me, I'm the one asking questions
to
here.
gauge you. You know.
I know what you're getting into. Me, I'm not allowing you.
So Kifo Kisimani,
Yes.
and there was that. I did several characters in that book. Yes, and one famous was.
You know, the reason why he's looking at me is because we acted in the same group
together.
Yeah, so I'm looking for those lines.
And
so
he's like, mimi mtoto.
Jay, umeweza kupata tu. I'm just looking for those lines so that we guys get to know, to understand what how the play was and how the script was for the Kifo Kisimani. It's been a long time by the way. Do you remember those lines? Can't remember.
I can't
but
even
anyway.
remember what I can't.
So we did that was back in 2009. It stretched all the way to I don't know, to probably 2011. Then I joined a group called Heartstrings Entertainment. Big up to Sami Mwangi, by the way, for that. So then now Heartstrings was straight plays. Now from set books to straight plays. Then now from there did a lot of other we call them koso. By koso I mean leo unapita kama mti pale. You know, to razzmatazz of leo unapita kama umekaa wewe ni mtu kwa hoteli na nini. Yes. Then now from there you start seeing yourself like I can direct. I can be a creative producer, such things. Then now you start joining other things. Probably you see yourself, I can be a comedian. Yes, I can be a comedian.
You're saying comedians are born. You're going to go umejiwekelea, but it's fine.
This is such a way of saying. This is such a way of saying you have not been funny since we started.
Do you know how I chose to walk away?
This chance.
I said when we started the show, I am struggling to keep a straight face. I just can't. I cannot.
Maybe it's because of his face, not his
jokes. My face is funny. You probably have a personal face.
You're a funny man.
You know what? The Crony is not just you guys. There's a very, very big team behind you who are not able to come today. So let's take a look at the rest of the members and what you guys are doing. I said I have a lot of surprises and you guys have a lot of surprises. So let's take a look at the other crew members and what they do best.
I think first of all we must say that guys were saying that we are a low budget Sauti Sol. Very low budget Sauti Sol.
Very low budget Sauti Sol. But
the
delivery is good. The delivery is good. Listen, I was watching it yesterday night and today morning, and I just can't. I cannot.
Is that funny? Are we this funny? You're even crying.
I can't. I am trying. I am trying. Oh my goodness.
I'm not a comedian. So
you okay? No. So listen, the reason why I was asking your judges is because look at these numbers, right? In terms of how long you've been here and what you've been doing. And a lot of people probably watching you and thinking, hiya, when you started way back, and me, I'm just here struggling, you know? I'm like, this thing is not peaking. What do I do? Where do I start and all those things? So let's just talk about art and the reception in the country. Do you feel like people are accepting? Do you feel people are still like, not too sure, I don't know about this? What do you feel about just art in general in the country?
I think first of all, what you've said about guys saying that it's been 13 years, it's been 21 years. People think that, as you said, guys, most of the guys think that it's all about the microwave generation.
Yes.
You start today,
you start
hit
today, tomorrow you want to be on Broadway.
Yes, that now I want to be on billboards and all that. It takes time. It's a process, it's a journey. For those 13 way. For those 13 years. For those 13 years, you have to be there. You know, first of all, you're struggling with getting that money. You're struggling with telling your parents that it's working. You're struggling with
and
probably your
them
friends.
that it's something that it's tangible, you know, can bring in resources and all those things.
And I must say, I don't know about you guys, probably before you answer your question, is we really struggle to tell our parents, it's
okay. The water is not
the water.
The water, I can see.
Your palate.
My palos, my forks. Yes. We really struggle to tell our
palos. Yes.
That this thing can work. It's paying. And the very first,
the hardest is explaining what it is you do.
First of all,
especially if you have to explain it in vernacular.
Oh, wow.
And then you're trying to say, how do you make it sound like it's not mchezo?
Try say it in your vernacular, then let's see if it's convincing enough.
Because, like, for example, my grandmother asked me, what is it that you do? Nairobi. And I'm like, Korodani Nairobi.
One get two tomorrow.
You know, end up saying, tunafanya uma 1-2. But there's a day she came to visit in school. So we were performing for the parents, and then I was like, tunafanya.
Yes.
That's now what I get paid to do.
Yes.
Were you paid? That's what now we do for passion.
That's a good question.
Unfortunately, for most people, they don't. Now, to answer your question, it's not yet integrated. It's not yet out there, because entertainment doesn't have very good structures, especially when it comes to actors. So you will find that somebody will call you for a role, and they will give you lunch and assume that that is payment.
That's payment,
Yes. So tell you nimekupatia platform.
Exactly.
Remember that debate last year?
Yes. And you go back home wondering whether your platform do italipa rent, and you know, so you stick around for the career, but it's not as easy as it should be. And number one, it's because we don't have very good governing structures, because actors are drawn to the light like moths. So we don't make very good business people. Now we need business people to invest in the industry, to make it grow, and that is what is lacking for now. So you will still find an actor who has been in the industry for 21 years and is still getting very little in terms of compensation for what she's showcasing. So she might be on TV, she might be doing so many plays, but really not able to make her ends meet, because what is coming in is very little.
It's very little.
And
I appreciate what you're saying, because again, I mean, we've seen a lot of Kenyans being very mean, if I can say that, to actors, because but you've been on TV for like 10 years, and then you're here asking us to help you. You know, it's not a very good space.
It's a tricky line.
It's very tricky. Yes.
You know, we say that it's very easy to be a prisoner of your passion.
Yes.
That it is something you're interested in,
Yeah.
you love doing it. Most of us, we say we cannot do anything else.
Yeah.
We do other things,
live,
and then
eat,
we end
breathe
up, you know, we
what
end up
you
coming
do.
back. And almost every actor you'll ask, because we get newbies, people who are coming in the industry asking us what your journey was, how can they get to where you are as a person. And strangely, there's never been a way. There's no straight way you can tell someone that, you know, if you ask each one of us where we really actually started our journey, you will find that each person has their own unique story. Story of where they started doing this thing. So, and that goes back to the structure she was talking about, that maybe if there was a way that when you want to be a nurse, you know that after you are from high school, you go to either KMTC or you go to the university, then after you're doing your course, you finish, you go practice, and you get some experience, that's it. So for actors, what we do is we get experience on the move.
Oh yeah, learn on the job. You
exactly.
learn on the job. This vertical.
And now there is this new also when social media came. It now opened up a whole new world to actors. Now almost everyone is an entertainer. Even someone who's uko tu kwa bank, you've finished with nipe dakika moja nifanye kazi.
Chelo umehesabu pesa zako. Unatoka hapo unaenda behind the
almost everyone has a ring light in the house.
Absolutely,
exactly.
100% everybody has it.
No,
So Esther, I'd want you also to chime in terms of then Kenyans are not appreciating this, and even as parents, and I really like what you're doing with your daughter in terms of you did not force her. You're not like, listen, wait, you will follow what I say. It's something that she was attracted to based on watching what you were doing. So in terms of the parents probably watching us and thinking, you cannot convince me that CGI acting is viable, you can make ends meet out of this. You've been in the industry amongst the group, for the longest time.
I'll say it's been a struggle, but so is any other job.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So is any other job. I have a mamamboga who drives. Hapo tu kwetu. And there's another mamamboga who's there struggling. Unashindwa, how did she make it?
There's the disconnect.
So I've raised my 2 babies with this art.
Wow.
Like really, I do not have any other job. And it's been a struggle. Today I have a job, tomorrow I don't have a job, because that's how it works. So like today you're on TV like for 3 years. And then just like that, the job is over. And then now you have to look for the other gig to keep you moving and to keep you going
until something else comes up.
And I have really done it. My daughter is in campus. So it's just like any other job. But I'm hoping in the years to come, looking at this young generation here.
Finally, you hear? Young generation.
Oh my goodness.
I'm actually so proud of them.
Yes.
I'm really proud of them. They found me here. And I have seen the milestones they have taken. I have seen how hard they have worked to be where they are. And they have done so good with themselves. Now here I am. They're giving me a job.
But then probably can I add something on top of that? Is why do people say when it comes to arts that does it pay? Is it working? Probably the monies might be irregular because it's not like any other monthly and all that. But it's like any other thing you could have done. So we struggle to say that, it's paying, nanini. Probably as artists, some of us are not equipped with the knowledge of how to spend finances and all that. So you cannot compare one rotten fish with the rest because probably there's a guy who spent the money on other things. So you say that wasanii wanakuanga hivyo. Wasanii wanakuanga hivyo. But you see, we're in this game, we're in this space to change, to make it different. Because theater, especially acting, was synonymous with the bank. We have to say that. You have to be alive to that.
Okay.
That back then,
Yes.
when you say you're an artist, wapi rasta, you have to look for wem rasta, umendakano unavuta bangi and all that. But you see, when this thing to change, because I don't know, look at these guys, they are shining.
Yes, they're glowing.
They are glowing. They are
Chai tumepewa.
ni chai ya kampuni.
Na maji.
Na samosas.
Okay.
So, but you see, in this industry, whatever we are doing right now, we are here to give it a different look and to make sure that it's working. We are not yet there, as Anne was saying, in terms of how it's working probably in Broadway. You see, what keeps Broadway and the theater in such big places, what keeps them moving, is that they have like donors. You see, by donors I mean they have people that contribute towards, it's their CSR towards theater.
Like its art is more appreciated there as compared to here.
But in Kenya, it's as if the arts industry is all about the niche, the few that since you see we embrace theater, so we go to theater. Exactly. So we say it's for the specific people. Unlike in Broadway, where the actors are not paid because they are making money out of the ticket sales and all that. They might be expensive, but you see, whatever they are being paid, it's not from the gate collection and all that, because they have donors.
Exactly.
If the same thing will apply back in Kenya, I remember there used to be a group called Phoenix Theatre that was started back in 1983 by a guy called James Falkland, where they used to have people donate. Before it was closed in 2015, they used to have people who donate towards theater, and the names were used to be. You guys might know this story. Behind the chairs, zimeandikwa donated by Khan sijui nani, and there used to be people. So actors were not depending on probably the gate collection, because they are doing shows back to back, and through that, now the theater was grew.
It was really.
So I think probably if we have the same, probably the culture has died, but we are here to revive that.
And I'm happy that you're here and you understand that, and of course this is like a journey that you guys are taking. So maybe we never know. Maybe in the future you'll be the ones who are like, listen, we have a show and this is what we want, and you get what you want. All right.
That's why we want to go with it.
Yes. All right. And you were saying something.
Yes. I just wanted to mention we must also accept our failures as artists as well, and as people who are in the performing arts. Now, most financiers do not want to work with artists because number one, there is discipline issues across the board. Unfortunately, most actors or artists or most people in performing arts struggle with discipline. Now, this career has got doesn't have written down guidelines, you know, like the way we have media ethics.
Yes.
Now we don't have artist ethics, but
it's considered as a blue collar job.
Yes.
Yes.
But when you carry, the way you carry yourself determines whether somebody is going to spend money on you. And I must speak as an artist as well, and I am including myself in that failure. So we lack discipline. So you find that somebody may be willing to finance the industry, but then the people he's working with are not disciplined, and they don't get the value for their money back. Now that is why we are having producers relying on ticket sales to pay the artists. Now which translates to very little money. And the productions are not as high end as they should be. Because the cost of production now becomes very high. So the quality of production definitely
you have to compromise to make ends meet.
Exactly.
Also, one of my most inspirational directors that he spoke about before, Mr. Sami Mwangi, I asked him some time back, which is something that stuck with me, that when you started doing this thing, why did you stick here? You know, that's a very good question, because why do you keep doing it all those years? You know, we have, I think we have 21 years, so that means if Sami was her director, then it's much more. And he said that the moment he started, you know, paying his rent, paying his, you know, everyday life, and investing in one or two things that he has invested in, and realized he's doing all that because of his art, then he knew that there is nothing else he's waiting for. That job you're looking for, this is what is going to make you do. So don't, as an artist, what I would want to encourage, yes, we might sound like there's all doom and gloom, but why have we not left?
Exactly. I mean,
it is because it's been making sense to us.
Yes.
So don't lose hope because there's no structure in the industry. You are the structure the industry is looking for.
Yes.
Come here and create it, because now we as the Crony, we want to go into the industry and create this thing where let's not look like we are being taken care of as, you know, the less advantaged of the society. We want to go into the industry so that when we go into a conversation with the government, we are telling them, even we as a creative industry, this is what we are bringing to the table.
Yes,
absolutely. We are wakati mnahesabu farmers, please
make sure we are in there. That's why we are very...
Yes, all right. Esther?
One other thing that I wouldn't want people to do out there is judge me, like he said, because of another artist that did something wrong. You see, because we have lawyers that have failed, we have doctors that have failed, we have politicians that have failed, you know, and we don't go
politicians.
Collective noun to politicians.
All right, but we don't go blaming everyone else because of that one person.
Exactly.
So I'm doing fine. I'm okay. It's not the perfect thing. You know, I'm not there yet.
But what is?
What is?
Yes. You see.
And here you are. I think people judge artists harshly because of the platform that you have. You know, so they're like, but we always watch you. How come you're not doing this? You're not, like, we're human at the end of the day.
Yes, and especially especially for artists, guys think that whatever we are acting, we are living that that life.
And the pressure.
Yes, I'm there. I'm with my suit, holding those keys. Probably umeomba hapo, holding those keys that you pretending you have a car, you're the boss, and all that. And guys think like, okay, so that's what you live. They haven't seen
you have the same keys, or even better.
Yes, and they think that that's what we live, and how we are doing that. We are heading there. That's what we are here to change. We are changing that. We are here to change that narrative of artist ni watu wa bangi, artist are those guys. We are here to do that.
Bangi imekuuma sana.
I'm saying that because I really struggle when I said, I really struggle to tell my mother, my mom. I really struggle to tell her, this thing is working. So you have to give examples. And I remember back then, that's when guys like Akina Jalango are from acting, and they have joined radio. So you see, mom, I want to be naanza, lakini that's where I'm aiming. I'm not there yet.
But I mean, should that be one of the things that you use to convince them? Because what then does that make this industry that is performing arts as? Because people will be like, Sister, if everyone else is leaving, it means there's a problem, there's something that is not working. That sometimes the parents will be like, apana, so you know now, so and so started here, and this is where, you know, they are at.
I think it's just escapism. And to the end that most people who leave the industry are the ones who expect them to advocate for better, you know, working conditions for us. Akina KJ, they were the honorable for Dagoretti. They were in the arts for a very long time, and now we are having so many artists going into, of course, as a person you have your own personal ambitions. You could be a doctor today, tomorrow you want to be a pilot. So even if you leave the industry, does not mean the industry has failed. Maybe you just have different ambitions as a person.
At the same time,
but each industry needs a role model. Each industry needs that person that as a growing artist, when I'm starting, I want to see and almost say, I want to be that person. Have young people coming to me and asking me that, how did you maneuver through? Because eventually, you know what's strange with artists is, everyone is talking about how art is this or art is that, and yet very many people want to be artists.
Absolutely.
Even people who are doing just regular jobs. You have a teacher, ule mwenye, when there is an event in school, and anaitwa MC. Like he's the funny guy of the staff room. The other day I was seeing teachers doing TikTok in the staff room, doctors doing TikTok in the surgery rooms. So people want to come into this thing. So we who are here, all we need to do is create. Because you know, in places like America, in places where the industries are working, you don't have people asking if, you know, if this is a thing you would want to do. In fact, some of the highest paid people there are the artists.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's what we want to do here too. That even as I grow, even as we grow in this industry, we want to create a path for the ones that are coming after us, so that they don't have to maneuver in the bush.
And also, I think it comes with the government hoping that
the government is watching.
Is watching, so we get structures. We need those structures and policies.
How about you do it, right, and then present it to the government, and then see how it goes, right?
I think
because
that's
now
our
that
plan.
now that you're in, okay, let's take a break. But of course, when we come back, we need to understand now the Crony. Now that we've identified where the gaps are, so we want to understand. So the Crony, what influences your stories? What are some of the things that you want to bring, and especially to get the people that is in the country to embrace art even more, and not be like, I watch two movie kwa TV, apana. Let's go to the theaters and watch you guys, in action. So of course, we'll be talking about that after the short break. But remember to interact with us on our socials. That is at NTV Kenya, at Lubembe_Winnie. We'll be sampling your feedback after this break. Stay with us.
Why do we do it? Hide, cover up, tone down. Choose boldness. Celebrate the skin you're in and dress with confidence with Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion. The triple layered care of deep moisture serum, precious cocoa butter, and vitamin E enriches your skin for 48 hours. It's time to show off your best skin. Wear your skin with pride every time with Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion.
It's your signature that appears everywhere, not mine.
Are you really gonna do this to me, Charlie?
You're making me, Emma. I don't...
And I have it all saved. In a computer somewhere.
Well, you know what? Do whatever you want, because I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do, honey. Look at yourself. You're as white as a ghost.
So what do you want? Do you want me to call the police?
Go ahead, do it. I'll wait for them here.
Wow, thank you for your time. How juicy.
Juicy.
It's super cool to be a mass superhero, to get the spread of the virus to 0. Did you know that anyone who is 6 years and older can be a superhero and wear a mask? That's right, they can. If you're 5 years old and under, don't worry. You can be a superhero too by reminding your siblings and family members to wear their masks too. Wearing a mask helps protect you and others from spreading viruses. To get the spread of the virus to 0.
He just said he was gonna fix everything and that it will go back to normal. Maybe that's what he's doing.
Listen, Miss Cruz, before you gave me a gun for us to analyze, I want to tell you that it's the same gun that was used to kill Marlene.
No.
You just don't have the guts. He just wants to take you down with him. Don't do this, please,
Mom,
Jamie.
don't do it. He's not worth it.
Uncle Manin, he was right. You're such an idiot. I can rot in jail, but you'll never get back the time that you lost because of me.
Join Property Focus every week as we walk you through some of the latest house designs, property, hot deals on land for sale, modern furniture, trendy kitchens, finishes, and also get to hear experts' opinions on matters architecture, building construction, and real estate. Now, catch the show with me, Peter and Gigi, every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. only on NTV. Let's go.
Numbers are important. They give context, better understanding. Business news has to deal with lives, going beyond tough terminologies and numerous numbers. I, Nina Shaban, will take you there.
NTV News. Bold, balanced, authoritative.
What are you selling? Simply sell it on your phone. Log on to www.kk.co.ke, an online established marketplace with millions of buyers waiting. kk.co.ke. Buy anything, sell anything, fastest.
All right, welcome back. Glad you're still with us. And if you're just joining us today, it's all about the entertainment industry. And of course, today we're giving a special focus on performing arts. And the question that we're asking you is, do you think performing arts is still a viable career? So feel free to interact with us. Give us a call. Again, the numbers will be down on your screen in just a moment. But for now, yesterday had woke up to disturbing news of the death of Alex Derry, better known as DJ Lithium, who was a producer and disc jockey at Capital FM. While the circumstances around his death remain unclear, reports has surfaced that Alex had died by suicide at the station's office. His family is, however, requesting privacy as they come to terms with his death, but issued a statement during a post-mortem examination conducted at the Lee Funeral Home yesterday. Take a look.
I love music. I think I've loved it ever since I was in high school.
34-year-old Alex Derry, popularly known as DJ Lithium, is remembered for being a kind, gentle soul with a great sense of humor to boot, according to his colleagues at Capital FM. Alex had been working at the station for the past 8 years until Wednesday, 19th January. He collapsed in the office at around 5:20 p.m. and was rushed to Nairobi Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The incident has gripped the attention of many, with questions as to what could have happened, following reports that he may have died by suicide. This is because there was a note found next to him in the office. The post-mortem examination for the late producer was held at the Lee Funeral Home today. The family, however, declined to comment on the matter, requesting for privacy at this difficult time. In a statement to NTV, the family says, and I quote, "It is with great sadness that we announce the passing of our son and brother, Alexander Murimin Derry, which occurred on 19th January 2022. Alex collapsed at work on the evening of 19th January 2022 and was rushed by ambulance to Nairobi Hospital. Medics at the hospital tried their best to save his life, but he unfortunately passed on. We would like to thank his esteemed colleagues at Capital FM who promptly offered assistance to Alex. Alex was a beloved son, brother, cousin, uncle, and grandson. He will be sorely missed. We humbly request to be allowed private time to grieve our loss." DJ Lithium's former employer Capital FM also states that the circumstances around his death are a family matter which has been taken over by the relevant authorities. They further call on the public to accord the family privacy. His death has, however, triggered a bigger conversation around mental health.
The biggest problem with mental health in Kenya has been the fact that many people are ignorant. So the result of this ignorance is that right from the top to the bottom, there have been a lot of missteps. At the top, when people are making policy, historically, even health policy has had very little by way of mental health contribution.
DJ Lithium had inspired many with his passion for music and left words of advice for those entering the industry in this interview clip when he appeared on K24.
Consistency. You also think you need to be very, especially when you're first starting out, you need to be very, very patient. Don't try to run before you can even crawl.
Gena Kirori, NTV.
And of course, peace and strength to the family, and may his soul rest in eternal peace. And I'd want to throw this to you. Remember what we talked about, an aspect of being in the limelight, right? And the pressures that you are sometimes forced to, you know, by the audience and all those things. And the fact that we have to put up a certain face. Sometimes things might not be okay, but you have to pretend that everything is okay. So talking about these pressures and you being in this industry, right? And talking about just mental health in general. I mean, it must be tough, you know? It must be really, really tough because having to put up a certain face, things are not probably going on too well, but you have to hide because at the end of the day, me, if I meet you, if you are a comedian, I expect to laugh. I don't care what is going on in your family. I do not care. You know, nobody cares what goes on behind the scenes. What we only care is this face that we always see on TV or this face that we always see, you know, on stage. So as I just want to understand from you in terms of some of these pressures that you're subjected to.
Sometimes I must say we do not understand mental health, and that is that, as we have had. Like most artists, sometimes you'll do a role on TV, and it will take you a minute to de-roll. Because when you are in that role, you have got to have the emotion to support that role. You have got to have habits to support that role. So you find that it's like they're living double lives. They develop different personalities to suit different situations because they're used to doing that on stage and on TV when they're called upon, you see, on a moment's notice. Like now, if I told Kwach here to act kama mbabawa, he will go right into it. Yes, and he will include emotions, and he will. So most of our artists, unfortunately, are not realizing that is the downside of our career. That sometimes when you're trying to get out of that role, you might have acted in a movie where you are a sick person, you had cancer, and you had to include emotion. So when you're trying to de-roll, sometimes it's not that easy. So now let's say you did not completely de-roll, and then you've taken up another role as something else. Then you've added other emotions on top of that, and they still now the real person, the real you inside there, who is struggling with their own day-to-day life. So it becomes such a stretch, and it's called what is it? Like when for medics you go for counseling, so that you get rid of that emotion, that build-up emotion. But for artists, they really don't seek. We don't debrief. We don't debrief. You don't de-roll in time. You don't have a structure to go through that process, which is very important. And you will find that most artists are living in depression, not necessarily because of the pressure from the job that we have. That is also a contributing factor, but also the pressures of life, because probably you are thinking this job would have paid more, or you're not able to manage your finances properly, so now you're in a deep, you know. Most artists, unfortunately, have bipolar disorder. They have no idea. Most artists have multiple personality disorder, and they have no idea. Most artists are going through depression, and they have no idea. So it will, and you will not notice, because when they come here and sit, they make everybody laugh.
Absolutely.
You will not notice. So I would like to encourage my fellow. You don't have to feel anything to go seek a counselor. You don't have to feel anything to go talk to a psychologist or a psychiatrist. You just need to do it once in a lifetime. Do it. Just do it. Don't wait. Don't wait for symptoms. Don't wait for niko na stress. Hiyo kitu by the way.
Sometimes you don't even know. I mean, my aunt was telling me people who are stressed sometimes don't even know that they are stressed.
Exactly.
You know, you might not. You might not.
And then you find that we have a lot of what are they called? These disorders that now come from your mental health. Like you may have depression, but it presents in your stomach. Now you have a chronic stomachache that won't go away simply because you have a mental issue. So really,
take care of yourself. Take care of
yourself. Maybe what I would want to add to what Anna has said is, now imagine going through all that with a microscope on you.
Exactly.
You know, I usually say that when someone asks me, oh, celeb, oh, nini, I usually tell them, I'm just doing the kind of work you are also doing, only that now I'm doing mine in the light.
Exactly.
The difference between art generally, whether it's actors, musicians, people who are in the light, is that they are going through, it's almost like having a CCTV in your life throughout. As an artist, you can't go to those chom then I was talking about, that you've just gone there to, you don't have your own personal time. You go to eat, you go to nataka kwenda Gikombani kanunue nguo huko, but then now because everyone you meet along the way usi ni ule
kwani pia unakuja
hauna gari
unakulanga hapa.
Yes. So that then now that almost makes you start having the pressure. You can't go to places. You can't open up because I can't open up to someone and tell them that I'm actually going through you know, whether it is financial, whether it's psychological, whether it's emotional crash. And when it happens, and it happens in public, we see the kind of trolling that happens to people who, you know, when you're a celebrity couple, when you are a so I usually say, please, as hard as it is, try to live your life in the light, but also appreciate to stay in the dark.
Exactly.
Don't put everything out there. Just use the light as a stage to showcase your abilities, but also don't forget that you are a person first. You have to take care of yourself first. You're of no use to anyone else if you're not taking care of yourself.
Absolutely.
The best way to take care of us is taking care of yourself.
Absolutely. I like that.
I just remembered the term psychosomatic disorders. Yes. There is a lot of that in the industry.
Just to add on what she has said, first of all, as an artist, know something about everything. That's what we mean. That's what we mean when we say we're now handling such a topic. But also, I think when we started this conversation, we said the microwave generation. I think it should not apply to artists, especially. That pressure is coming out of hauna gari, hauna mapesa. So it's coming from there. That's where it emanates, and you find yourself having that pressure, getting yourself to those areas where you're in your own cocoon umeka, and you feel like, hey, by the way, I need to get a car. Hey, by the way, I need to have that money. So you get yourself into depression because where you're working, you're not getting that enough. So, and always guys will think that you have that money. So that's where the pressure
it also comes from within. In terms of, I've been doing this for some time and I'm not maybe seeing progress because again, the industry is not really appreciated in the country. So you're just like, what's the point, you know? So sometimes the pressure comes from within. Right?
Yes. I'll say what has worked for me is I choose what to put out there. I know I'm already out there. So there's something of mine that I need to guide.
A bit of a boundary.
Yes. I tell myself, I'm not going to give people ammunition to attack me. You see?
They will use it.
Yes, because they will use it. So if this is something I, like, Lily, I really if this is something like I really, really treasure and love, I will protect it. So I won't put it out there. But anything else, wacha niweke huko nje, because people out here are ruthless. You know? They are.
And it's a societal issue, really. It's apart from it just being that a lot of artists are going through it. I think it's a societal issue in terms of anyone in the public life, you know what the public life is. People out there who know what the public life is. And the way you're asking, sometimes it is you comparing yourself with where you want to be, and also you comparing yourself to what other people that you have been with, either in the industry or in your life, or you know, classmate wangu siku hizi ni daktari, alishanunua gari, alishajenga nyumba. You know, people put a lot of pressure on you. Ako na watoto, and then here you are. Wewe uko ni vibes na mashallah. Vibes na mashallah ni passion, a lot of passion. Yeah, so you get to a point where it's just getting to you as a person. And this happens really across board, whether you are an artist, whether so also the only way to survive it is how you deal with it as a person. Just know, remember what I said, that you are a person first, take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself. I like that. And speak up. Speak up. All right. Let's talk about then the Crony, okay? And what you're planning for the 29th. I'm so excited about it. But first of all, what inspires your story? Like, what is it that inspires your story to come up with these amazing plays that you put out there? I'll start with you.
I think a lot of things inspire us. First of all, the genre we are doing. There are several genres when it comes to theater. So whatever we are doing as artists here, or Crony is doing, is called political theater, stroke comedy, where by political theater we mean we focus on day-to-day and very current issues. By that I mean if today something happens, you will see it on the play. So our story is basically based on 31st of 2021, just before we entered 2022. So it is that current. So there's this guy. I won't disclose everything.
Because you need to go and watch the play.
Guys need to come and watch that play. So whatever is happening is there's this guy. They met. As any other Kenyan, we always have our resolutions. Like, you see, this year,
I want to wake up earlier.
I want to wake up early.
Hit the gym.
Make sure I hit the gym.
We write down the list of things we will not do.
Every year in, year out. So those two lists, nataka niame, mali at least kuna kabro, nini.
Marafiki zangu wanachoka kwa lift.
Marafiki zangu wanachoka. Aki maidhe, manze mali nimehamia, manze Uber ikaingia, manze. I have to explain to my Uber guy every time. Hapa na tuingie tu aka barabara
inakuanga safe. You come with a car and then the whole way mlikuwa mnapiga tu story and then mnaanza kuingia kwa Karaf Road.
Mnanyamaza.
Kwa Uber ananyamaza sasa tena.
Ni huku hajapotea.
You start talking about viongozi. Viongozi.
So those resolutions that you make, and probably top of the priority in terms of the resolutions that people make, it's about relationship. So you get by the this year nataka kupata msem serious, nataka kuwa serious kama hujaolewa, you know, rorasho yangu, you know. So it's all about that. So this guy, there's this guy and this chick. That is part of the resolution. So, and you know, 31st comes with Razmatas, where, hey, by the way, guys, so you pick your cronies. Remember Crony? Friends? Friends, yes, you pick your friends, you go to some place to have some good time as you wait to cross over the year.
Yes.
Then you see that kachik and you feel like, ndo ule mama, ule anike. So you get to talk nini. Because of the pressure of the family and all that, 2-3 days later, you guys are in the house. Maisha inaanza.
Maisha
inaanzia hapo. Then, as you guys, you're there planning for your ratio, what you want, that dream. You know, nowadays, guys have decided to make ratios as the biggest.
It's a big deal. You know, it's an event.
Even much more expensive. It's an event. Come on, Toneshi, Kitenge.
And then mimi ndo nakwambia kitenge gani unashona.
Afro Street. Nowadays Rorashio dressed by, makeup by. Sijui nani by.
Deco by.
So this guy, so for the guy and for the chick, now for the chick she wants that glitz and glam that comes with the Rorashio, and for the guy just a modest guy and all that. Then eventually they decide to
travel with them.
You know, wanaenda to see their parents and all that. But of course, I'll leave the rest.
Yes.
Okay,
you know what? Do we have a clip of them
during
rehearsal?
Character development.
All right, let's take a look at what you can expect when you go to watch the show.
Jaffe. See, we are transparent.
Always a good time, huh? Always a good time when you guys are together. Do you even take yourself seriously? First of all, like, do you just kwanza mkipatana rehearsal haya sawa coach? Wewe sema line yako.
You know what happens? Our job is to have a hard time rehearsing so that you have an easy time watching.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we do. So a lot of times it gets so heated. These are just the the flower versions of what we do back behind the scenes.
Yes.
But there are moments when mimi na Esther tuongeleshani because you are not giving me the line the way I want it, or what I'm saying is not making sense to her, and vice versa. And also because ours is we script on the go.
Oh wow.
Almost as if it is an improv.
Yeah.
So that then I just want her to respond to my energy. That way we can create a scene that when you come to watch, you can say, I can relate to that scene.
Yeah.
So, because we are really trying to make it as relatable to the audience as we can. So we don't want to make it a script of, we do those ones too, of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, where we are located somewhere in South Africa or West Africa. But because our audience is majorly Kenyan, we want to make this story as relatable to you as possible. So yes, we have those moments with ourselves. We have a lot of fun, as you have seen, of course.
Yes.
But we also have moments when we have to now really sit down, grind through the story, what is not making sense, what is, will it relate to people, because, we say you have to come from the known now to your unknown. To your creation.
Do you have, like, one of the plays that probably you are writing and then you're just like, you know what, sasa hii nini tunafanya, like, what is this?
A lot. There are even days when we have done a show, we have been rehearsing for 2-3 months, and then a day or two before the show, you decide that no, this can't work. It's not working.
I think there's a show that we did, I don't remember, you were there.
Yes.
We did the first run on the first day, then it didn't work. The next day, the guys that came to pay for the second day of the show, they just saw a totally different show from what was there. So it's something that happens. We can change.
He forgot to mention that show was changed at night.
Yes, overnight.
So overnight. So people left the hall, gathered outside, got into one vehicle, and went into one home, one of the director's home. He has a place where you can rehearse at night, and they stayed there throughout the night and throughout the following day. So by the time they were coming, they were being fed energy drinks. Because now you need to pick up your energy.
Because the worst thing as an artist is having a show that is not working.
Exactly.
I mean, this is, everyone wants to, as long as much as the audience has already paid, they have already booked, we want you to come back. We want to create a culture with you where you say, you did not, shortchange us. So when we feel as artists that what we are giving you is not working, it is our job to recreate it.
To make sure that you...
Plus, it's not just about the audience, it's about ourselves too. You have to feel the story.
Exactly.
You have to feel the story. So if you can't feel the story, then you can't give it out there and enjoy it.
Yes.
The reason why this way of creating plays is amazing for even the actors as well, because each artist brings their own individuality into the play, number one. So they are able to express themselves better, and they are very comfortable in the delivery of what they are presenting or showcasing. The other thing is that it really helps you as an artist to grow, because now you have become a creative mind. You have become a script writer in the process of creating this play. So you are accomplishing so much by creating the play, instead of having those, as you were saying, scripted shows. Hata hizo tunafanya, but for this group and for the Crony, the way we are doing it is that we come together as artists, we come up with a storyline, and we now start feeding into that storyline. Don't look at these people like they're nice. These directors here. Yeah. You should see them when we are off this year.
And I think the idea of doing or going this way of creating as we go, it's because theatre for the longest time has been castigated that we are doing stories from the Elizabethan kind of theatre, where we're just picking scripts from down in Southampton.
We're not telling our stories.
Yeah, we're not telling our stories. So we are here to tell our stories, and that's why we are saying, when we say it's political stroke comedy theatre, we are talking about current stories. You see, you'll get to hear something that has been said yesterday. So that is the way to go, and that's how theatre should go. Yes, and that is what Crony is.
That's what sets us apart.
Yes.
So then, what do you hope to achieve? Like, let's say for every play that you put up, every script that you write, every script that you write as you go, right? What do you usually hope to achieve at the end of the day, aside from the entertainment part of it, where you entertain the people and feel that you've given them what they've paid for? What other things do you guys hope to achieve from every single play that you guys put out?
The question usually is, what are you saying? That's what we ask ourselves.
What do you want?
We want to be funny. We want to, make people happy. But at the end of the day,
what are you saying?
What are you saying?
And especially now that we're in the political.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. What do you want to say? Because usually we want to divide our lives are already segmented into our financial life, family life, professional life, societal life and its pressures. So you have to, as an artist, because as they say, sisi ni kio. So at the end of the day, the role of a doctor is to make the society better through treating them, the patients, in the hospital. The role of a teacher is to teach. The role of every other profession. So what is you as an artist? What is your place in the society? For example, if we have corruption in the society, how are you going to speak about it?
Yes, and
so that just wants to add on what he's saying and part of the show.
That after the break, because we have to take a break. I know it's a conversation that we want to have over and over again. But let's take that short break. Of course, when we come back, we'll tell you where the play is and what you need to do to make sure that you get there, okay? And support our own. See you after the break.
Tantalizing action from the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations this week. Ivory Coast versus Algeria. Catch all 52 matches live in an HD on Star Times. Star Times, the home of the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations.
Let's see what they're developing right now.
Morphix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Morphix pants, an invention from babies for babies.
You should also try Morphix.
CASNEP has launched the following vocational qualifications in entrepreneurship and innovation, graphic design, information and cybersecurity, blockchain technology. Enroll with a KCSE certificate. Visit our website www.casnep.or.ke to access the student portal for registration and examination booking.
This is the land that we got, that we intend to build one word international ministries headquarters.
Archbishop Dr. Stephen Jenga is a man on a mission.
Every idea that God brings into my mind, I try to implement it.
From healthcare to trade, education to media, find out how this man of God is changing lives in Seattle through his numerous projects.
I'm helping the community have good income and a stable country.
Also on the show,
Lupita Nyong'o is a client here, even the governor himself. We have Melinda Gates.
how Ken's Photo Imaging Kisumu, owned by US-based Ken Agua, is shooting for success.
Get peace of mind and protect the ones you love with the power of Dettol Bar Soap. It cleans and protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs. So no matter what type of mum you are, trust Dettol.
Want to prepare for today's job market? Attend the 10th edition of the Nation Media Group Higher Education Fair and Skills Expo with this year's theme, Skilling for the Job Market. Join us from the 4th to the 5th of February at Rift Valley Sports Club, Nakuru from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. as we interact with institutions of higher learning and career guide experts. For inquiries, please contact Martin on 0723 383 744 or mwashira@ke.nationmedia.com.
This Friday on The Trend, The Trend has your back when it comes to entertainment every Friday night. On the decks, DJ E, Osoro on the socials, hosted by your girl, Amina Abdi Rabah. Happening this Friday only on The Trend, right here on NTV.
Twitter for like 2 weeks.
A global charity organization that fights inequality has this week revealed that President Uhuru Kenyatta is 4th on the list of top 5 wealthiest Kenyans. Maybe this is why everyone else is fighting to be the 5th.
You have no right to shoot that person.
Hata kama they just shot someone in
Yes. Ukiona Taliban akona weapon na ameka chini na haja kupointia, you can take them out.
So they can shoot like this.
Hiyo sasa unaona yako ni ya movie.
She left her past behind.
This town is for losers. You were born to be a queen.
I want to see the world, Mom. I want to change my life.
I wanted to ask if you would like to marry me, Paloma. I have my savings. I'll take care of you. I promise. And you'll never have to work again in your life.
Let's give a round of applause to our First Lady.
The First Lady.
What are you selling? Simply sell it on your phone. Log on to www.kk.co.ke, an online established marketplace with millions of buyers waiting. kk.co.ke. Buy anything, sell anything, fastest.
All right, welcome back. Glad you are still with us. And we are in the last phase of the show. Time flies, but when the volcano erupted, that is, spat out a huge lava flow and shook the entire lake Kivu region last May. Kivuwat engineers had to keep their cool despite the fear. Now, the best was to transform this diffuse threat into an opportunity by pumping this gas to transform it into electricity. This plant, located in the middle of the Great Rift Lakes, produces electricity from the immense quantities of gas trapped in the depths of Lake Kivu, which make it a mortal threat for its residents.
This is what we call a killer lake. So we have three kinds of this kind of lake, killer lake in the world, two in the Cameroon that erupted in the 80s, and this lake. The risk with this kind of lake is that we have oversaturation of gas in the water, and that it may trigger what we call a limnic eruption.
Okay, so in terms of generation of electricity, on an annual basis, we produce between 210 215 gigawatt hour per year, and this contributes around 30% of energy need for Rwanda. And when you compare the emissions, the carbon emission, we compare from Kivuwat as compared to a diesel plant. Kivuwat is like 3 times less polluting as compared to a conventional diesel-driven power plant, and is 5 to 6 times less polluting in terms of carbon emission to a traditional or conventional peat power plant. So I would say while we are burning this gas here, even if it is a thermal plant, it's still considered as a clean source of energy.
And elsewhere, around 2 dozen fishermen protest in front of the Lampampilla refinery in Callao, Peru, to demand compensation after their beaches were hit by an oil spill. The spill is blamed on freak waves caused by the volcanic eruption in Tonga. Peruvian authorities sealed off 3 beaches Monday after they were hit by an oil spill blamed on freak waves caused by the volcanic eruption in Tonga. The Pampilla refinery, part of the Spanish company Repsol, said there has been a limited spill of oil off the coast of Callao and Ventanilla districts near Lima Saturday due to the violent waves produced by the eruption on the other side of the Pacific Ocean. It said the spill occurred during offloading from a tanker. The National Emergency Operations Center said in a statement that the spill had been brought under control. Environment Minister Ruben Ramirez said the accident had affected a 3-kilometer, that is a 2-mile stretch along 3 beaches. All right, now let's focus on the discussion. And no, time is not on our side and we need to finish this. And remember, like we said, they have a surprise for you. So I just want to put you guys on the spot. Then they tell you, right? So just give us something. And I know you explained this a little bit on what the play is all about, right? But how about just give us something. That's all I'm asking.
Or something.
Yes,
something,
just something. Don't give us everything because we need to come and watch the show, right? But just something.
Okay.
Asanteni sana kwa kufika hii mkutano.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Asanteni sana, as you know, this is our, tulikuwa tumesikizana, hiyo ndio mchango ya mwisho ya leo. Tulikuwa tunafanya, and thank you very much our sister Dada Yukabeth. You promised, you pledged to give us 50,000. At least you are working towards the pledge. Umeleta 200 leo.
50.
Ameleta 200 leo. It's and we know tomorrow is the deadline. Tomorrow is the final day. So we pray that you get 198
Amen.
And 800 shillings.
Bibi ya Pastor pia ametumana.
Yes.
We want to appreciate Bibi ya Pastor pia ametumana.
Yes.
Ilikuwa walete mchango yao.
Yeah.
Na wametuletea sukari 2 towards the
ni matanga tunachangia but sukari tunakubali.
Yes. Sukari?
Yes. We also want.
What are we supposed to do? Tutanunua nguo aje na sukari kilo 2? Lakini si watu wakikuja huku lazima wakunywe chai. Kwa nini bana wewe? Sasa tu haja ni kukunywa chai ama ni kununua manguo. Sasa tutapanga matanga na hatukunywi chai. Atoe manguo zake. Alete manguo basi zivaliwe na nini na mama ya kijana.
Unajua kwa heshima ya mchungaji, kwa heshima ya mchungaji, it was very prudent that at least wametusaidia na sukari. We were planning on watusaidia pia na hall na viti.
And we know mchungaji
pesa ya kununua hiyo V8.
No. Hiyo sukari, we all know mchungaji ya kunywangi yogurt haijaongezwa sukari. So this is what we are going to use it for.
Yes, so we should not castigate mom and dad kwa sababu wametutolea sukari. Yes, we are just happy that mom and dad wametusaidia na sukari for towards the
there was also just a small concern, maybe kama A or B too. Ndugu Joseph alikuja kwa the catechist, akamwambia ako na shida na wewe kidogo. Kuna mambo ya bibi yake anachelewa kwa practice sana. Sasa uangalie hiyo pande. Unachelewesha bibi za wenyewe kwa
sana hapo sana. Hata mimi kitu ilinitoa kwa kwaya ni wewe kunichelewesha.
You know, ni kwa sababu ya biashara ya biashara yangu. I think probably nitabadilisha masaa. Unajua miwa inakuliwa jioni.
Miwa ni kama motura.
Miwa ni motura. Unakula na giza. Unakula na giza. Sasa miwa hiyo masaa na mimi nitaomba kama mnaweza I'll change the time to kitu saa 8 mpaka kitu saa 10 tumalize mapema.
Rose.
Ati anachelewa kwaya gani? Kwaya gani?
Rosa kwangi kwaya?
Simuniulize.
Kwenda.
Mimi sitaki niongee mseme ninakwaya mushene.
Si uguze highlights basi tujue.
Si anaendanga kwa nani? Kwa nani? Amjui.
Nani?
Dennis wa keyboard.
Kwenda. Yaani Eunice, tuko hapa na Eunice anasifu bwana mwingine. Eunice badala ya kusifu
Bwana Yesu.
Mkutano
wewe na wewe. Utaka kwambia bwana yake hivyo?
Yes.
Mkwamba vitu kufanya nini? Sasa kuongea stories za watu. I cannot. So thanks so much for is what you can expect. Goodness, my makeup is gone. Disappeared. It is gone. So this is what you will expect on 29th of January. So tunaenda wapi? Kai, I am crying.
Yes, we are coming to guys. Please come to Kenya National Theatre.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where the big thing is happening on 29th of January, starting at 6:30 p.m. Call your friends, tell your friends we are having this big thing, and it's only 1,000.
Okay.
Furani kucheka na marafiki.
Furani kucheka na marafiki.
Yes. Come. For those who don't know where theater is, just najua wengi mmefungwa Central Police Station iko hapo mbele.
Kama umeshikwa just vuka bridge. Teremka kwa bridge.
All right. Yes. And I'm happy that places are opening up, right? Because again 2021 things were a little bit difficult. So for you guys, I mean just take us through how it was and why this moment is very very important to you.
I think first of all when we said first of all I'm not adding
adding on to
to anything. So I think first of all when there was no public gathering, it really affected our industry, not only our industry but any other industry. But for us it was very hard to put up any show. And now that the government has decided to open up, it's a good thing for us. So for actors, we resulted to especially for stage actors, we resulted to having go the Akina Flako way, the Akina Aziad way. You're now subjected to tafuta your ring, start doing
light.
Start
ring is a different thing.
Okay.
You know what?
He's getting married.
But you see, yes, it was a bit difficult for us in the world of stage plays and theatre.
And also because really it was harder because ours is live performance. our energy depends on, you know, live action reaction. We want people to be there and experience it in person. And most of the people who have come, they love it. So when, even our audience kept asking us, why are you guys not doing a show?
Yes.
Why are you guys not doing a show? You tell them, no, we can't do a show. Because also, with your logistics, you can't have a third of the auditorium. For example, let's say for an auditorium that only contains like 200 people, for you to be able to put up that show, pay people well, and, you know, still make sense of it, you have to have a number. So if you can't have that number, it becomes challenging. But also it taught us that maybe, because there are people who streamed plays, there are people who, you know, sold links to people to go, you know, to sites and watch the plays. So it maybe also opened up alternatives.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And is this something that you probably foresee in the future, where sometimes we don't really have to go watch, we can actually watch it through, like you said, links and all those things? That is in the future, as far as, you know, plays are concerned.
Oh yes, it's definitely a direction to take, because now we're in a digital world, and we must accept where we are. And of course, we can go the Tyler Perry way. Yes, because he's been such a godfather in the industry, and we are hoping that we shall get there someday. Unfortunately, right now, it's still a little bit expensive to produce plays in that way. So we are still encouraging people, please come watch the play. Hey, we have worked hard. Yes, come watch the play at the National Theatre. We shall get to a point where you shall be watching it on your phone or in the comfort of your living room. But for now, come on the 29th
and watch. And let's talk about marketing. And I think we were discussing about this a little bit earlier on, where we said theater and let's say performing arts is mostly targeted towards the elite, right? It's not like Kenya wa kawaida, the way they usually say Kenya wa kawaida. Not many of them actually go and watch the play. It's more towards targeted, you know, towards the elite. So in terms of then including all these people, just to make sure that all of them fit in this space where moja feel, this is too expensive, you know, and this other one is like, you've not given us what we were hoping for. How then do you merge these two to make sure that, first of all, you as an artist and as creators, you know, of the same, make sure that you give the people what they want. It doesn't matter their social standing.
Let me ask you
art is expensive.
It is.
Art is expensive. There is no way I will one day sit down and say, sasa, wacha niende kwa Mkenya wa kawaida. I do not know sasa Mkenya wa kawaida ni mgani. But these guys, they club on weekends. They buy good shoes, nice clothes. As in, they can afford to come watch a play. I do not know when I will make my art cheap, ndio nifike hapo sijui pale mnataka usiseme ni expensive. Actually, where we are right now...
But do you feel it's a term that we use loosely? You know, most people are like, it's like an escape. Like,
in fact, mali tuko sahi, hatujai tag vile tunafaa. The price, you know, we are doing it for this one any Kenyan can afford.
And then again, having said that theater is for the niche, it's not that. It was being considered that because of because of doing those plays that they're not relatable. Right now we are doing plays that are relatable day-to-day life.
For example, the scene that we just created, by the way, that's not part of the show, we just created it now. If this is a scene that could be watched by any Kenyan, and they would relate, regardless of whether you are in Mukuru kwa Njenga, regardless of whether you are in Karen, regardless.
Yes, the moment we say dad and mom, you know what you're saying. So it's something that you relate with. Yes, when I say Miwa na Muturazi na Pelekana, you've been to that place. You've seen that. So that's what we are doing for our audience and any other person that wants to come to theater and watch it live. You see, so our stories are purely based on day-to-day life, real life stories.
We do not want, that's why even in our messaging, in the marketing, we do not want to make it sound like we are doing it for specific people. We don't want anyone to sit at home and look at it and they're like, no, that's not it. This play is for everyone. If you, the same way you've watched us before in other things and you've loved them, that's the same way you will love this one. Every time, you know, the best thing I love about theater is every time you will find someone who has not been introduced to the plays. And when you introduce them, they never stop. And that becomes the most amazing of things. So let it not, the messaging should always be that we are doing theater in Kenya for Kenyans.
Yes.
It is not for any special person that, oh, so you simpeleke, sijui wapi, no. We are doing it for you, whoever it is that is watching.
Unfortunately, we tend to imagine that when you're being watched on TV or when you're on radio, then you've made it. Those are the artists. If you're in a certain program on TV that is showing, then you've made it. Those are the actors. No. We have other ways, other things in the art industry, and performing arts is one of them. Now, theater companies or theater producers are shying away because the audience is also had disappeared somehow because of that. It's for a certain group of people. No, that's not it. There is theater plays, there is TV programming, and let me tell you, they are equally talented. And theater is a movement, and it should never be let to die. This country needs theater plays. Yes. And we are here. We are not moving. We are not stopping doing theater plays. Yes. Hapa ndio tutanyolewa umvi.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Tutaru hapa ndio tuko.
I don't know about Ndenga because hizi suti ameanza kuvaa. It's like he's vying for something.
We are taking theater to the the reason why I'm putting on this shoot of mine. Yes, is because we are taking theater to the boardroom.
Wow.
Yes. We need those sponsorships to come on board so that we'll be able to pay people in a proper manner. So we are taking theater
and also give the sponsors value back.
Yes, I was about to ask then, when it comes to attracting sponsors, because I think for a very long time a lot of people, social media or even like in person, would say, I mean Kenyan plays, I mean Kenyan movies, I mean Kenyan television series. The quality is a bit, that discussion, such that a lot of people will be like, me, I'm not going to invest my money into this. So when it comes to attracting those investors, the ones that you want to come and, pay for everything, so that you do not have to depend on, like you said, they get tickets to pay, the actors. What are some of the approaches that you guys have to put in place to make sure that you attract the right donors? Not the ones who will come and dictate.
Yes.
And say, this is how I want things done.
I think it's a food chain. It's a food chain where it starts with the consumers, the stakeholders, the shareholders, everyone. It means that if you want the sponsors to come, it means you have to put up a good show. Putting up a good show, it means getting the audience to come, watch the show. So it means it starts from marketing. How do you carry yourself? How do you package your plays and everything? So when the audience is there, it means you have numbers, and you see the sponsors are looking for numbers. Yes, for those numbers. So basically what we want to say is that we encourage more people to come watch the shows, because it's a food chain of, it has to go in
it's
circles.
not only at I'm paying to go watch the play. It's a lot.
You see what he's saying, the play, once the audience comes, what investors do not realize is that, you see, let's say you're staging a play at the Kenya National Theatre. That hall is a 300 capacity seater.
360.
360. It seats 360 for one play. And you might be staging that play 4 times or 5 times. Now, if you had a product that you wanted to endorse, you have got people sitting down 360 for 2 hours, and you can have that number 4 times in that week. Now, tell me, how isn't that marketing? It is.
And also
isn't that large-scale marketing?
The people, that's the fact that they have bought their tickets to come here, means they are people with spending power. So that then it becomes, just like Ndenga said, it becomes a cycle of this will feed this, because through those sponsorships is how the quality will improve.
Absolutely.
When I have someone investing in the craft, then I can have, maybe like the movies that they are saying that that are there from outside the country. A movie like, for example, Black Panther, they were saying that they had a budget of almost $200 million to produce it, and just as much to market it. So if we have people investing, and what came back was almost tenfold.
Absolutely, yes. You have
so
no excuse that
exactly. So that then means that when you come to invest, then together we can reach more people, we can produce better quality, and then everyone goes home happy.
Everybody's
and
happy.
also, I don't think we are short of quality. It's not quality. In fact, marketing starts with the story.
Yes.
It will sell itself.
Yes,
it's a good
marketing
story.
starts with the story. And what our audience should expect from us is a good story. Because we are, all of us here are storytellers.
Absolutely.
So we have the stories, we are telling the Kenyan story. In fact, it's a story that you come and watch. You tell, but auntie yangu you behave hivo. Mimi nishawaifanya hivo, you know. And that is a Kenyan story. So we're telling the Kenyan story. So our sponsors should come knowing that we have a good story that will sell itself.
Yes, all right.
And the audience will come back again and again and again. In fact, wakichelewa tutakuwa tunaambia by the way mlichelewa tushapata wengine.
All right. Okay. So listen, we have to end the show like right now. I know. And I know you guys. I know. And I know you are in this business. I know mnaongea sana. So now pretend like 10 seconds each, as and I'll take that as your parting shot as far as just entertainment in general, performing arts in general, but also what people need to expect on the 29th. Wait, 10 seconds. Okay. 10 seconds.
I'm glad to be here. Anyway, I just want to tell guys that theater is changing. The conversation is changing. The narrative is changing. Big things are happening in theater. Big stories, stories that you can relate with, relate to. And come watch this play, then we'll prove you wrong. It's a big thing.
It's a big thing. Up, yes. Love that. All right.
Mine is to tell the people out there that that narrative of, oh, I can't invest in Kenyan shows, sijui stories, sijui mnafanya vitu za huko nje. No, we are here and we are doing the real Kenyan stories. So come and watch us.
All right.
My final word would be, for the question of the day that was asked, is performing arts an alternative? The young person who's watching there, yes it is. The government who's watching, yes it is. The people, the shareholders and other investors who want to invest in this industry. If you were to throw a stone anywhere in any central place where people are gathered, chances are utapiga msanii. So it is an alternative. A lot of youths have invested in this. So 29th of this month, willing buyer, willing seller will be staging at the Kenya National Theatre. As I finish, you look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And I don't know what it is about, you know.
You had to say that. You
let me throw in.
No, you're not throwing anything.
You're to a Madons.
Like, yes.
You guys are ready?
Okay, stop. Well, okay, so I don't know, appreciator. All right, just
well, all I can say is I'm encouraging everyone to join us on the 29th of this month as we stage the play, Willing Seller, Willing Buyer. And I would like to address managers and those who are in the finances of corporations. Now, there is this budget that is given to companies for entertainment or for taking your people out. We do corporate shows as well. By corporate, we mean that a company like whatever company like NTV can buy 50 tickets for their crew or for their staff. And we have we can reserve seats for them. So don't shy away. Invest. There's a way in investing in the theater. Please do. We are here. And we are not going anywhere.
We're so happy that you said NTV. You can buy tickets for this. I am just saying. But thank you very much for coming by today. Really, really appreciate your time. It was fun. It was fun, right? So Dennis Ocheng, director, Nick Kwach, actor and creative director, Ann Kamau, actor and TV presenter, and Esther Kahuha, actor and producer, gracing our screens today, and of course helping us understand what really happens, you know, in the performing arts and why it is important for all of us as Kenyans, as a people, to keep supporting them because they have really good stuff. All right, and remember, January 29th, Willing Buyer, Willing Seller. This is by the Crony, and it will be at the Kenya National Theatre, right? Please come and watch the show. I'll be there. I absolutely have to be there because I look forward to watch the show. So on that note, we have to say goodbye. My name is Winnie Lubembe on behalf of an amazing team behind us who you do not get to see, but they've done an amazing job. We say thank you, God bless, and enjoy your weekend. See you on Monday. Goodbye.
Bye.